Hey guys. Hey guys. Welcome to another episode of Cello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. How are you? Ooh, coming off home strong. We have a member. We have a member, and it's Brooklyn and my boy. Hi, how are you? I'm doing good. Yes, you're the first in the building. Good to see you. How was your day? I desire nothing but the best for everyone, and I'm desiring that you feel the same way for me as well. And that's just not you, but anybody that may be watching the replay. um, this is Hello World, and we're all about inspiring and encouraging as many people as possible who are willing to be inspired, right? Because in order for you to be inspired, you have to be a willing participant. If you're not a willing participant, then everything is in vain. Your day was all right? Yes. Ooh, we have a member. We have a member. And it's Wellness with Frugal Mama. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Hey, Terry, how are you? Good to see you. Y'all, I'm really digging these backgrounds, right? It's so much fun. Um, so welcome aboard, welcome in. Um, Wellness, how was your day? Terry, how was your day? Do tell us. I hope it was an amazing day. Um, just so we can start off, I'll let you know how my day went. So I woke up this morning. I went to work. Work was good. Um, there was nothing really major going on. I did have it was a good day. The cool thing about today was our office holiday party. So it was pretty cool. Um, and we played that white elephant games. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but the white elephant game is basically you get the same amount of number of people to give or buy gifts at whatever denomination you want to set it at. And it has to be equivalent or a little bit more or more, equivalent or more than the number you set. And you get to steal a gift if you don't necessarily want yours, or you see somebody opened up something else that was better. You steal their gift and blah 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 blah. So that was fun. Y'all, we got catered food, and I was sitting there like, dang, I want some so bad. Y'all, 2 more weeks. Whew, 2 more weeks and I'm done, right? Or is it? Yes, 2 more weeks and then we're into the new year. And dang, there's going to be a lot of brand new things happening. For me, one, the whole no eating out for um, all meals will be over and done with. So in 2 weeks, so it's getting more difficult. Um, because I was like, man, they had lobster ravioli. I think my first meal, y'all, is going to be at a seafood restaurant. You want to know why? Because while I'm on Instagram and TikTok or whatever platform I'm on, I'm always being shown these videos of somebody making some type of uh, creamed salmon or salmon, braided salmon, doing something, okay, with shrimp on top. And the seasoning just be looking, dynamite. So yeah, I can't wait to partake of that. That I believe, guys, will be my first meal. I'm gonna go to a seafood spot. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, so we're gonna gather ourselves together and we're gonna have a seafood meal. Now I don't know if it's gonna taste as good as the stuff that I see on TikTok. Look, because these are some homemade chefs doing that. When you go to a mainstream restaurant, you don't get that same delicate attention. Oh, maybe I'll get somebody to cater or chef it. Maybe I'll get somebody to cater. Shall we say private meal? Ooh, maybe we have a thought. You love seafood? Yes. That might be the thing, y'all. I might have to get it catered. Yes, because those videos be good. My nervousness about it is that if I go to a restaurant, they're gonna season it to like the same way they season everything else. But these guys that be on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, they look like, well, this one may have been seasoned a little more than the other, but it's all right. It's still gonna be good. It don't look like their measurements is on point because it's all good. Whether they do a little too much or too little, it's still gonna be good. That's what we're gonna do. You love seafood too? Oh, that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be a seafood affair. A seafood affair. We have a seafood affair. It's a seafood affair. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. I made up my mind. But when January come around, my taste buds may change. I don't know, but if they keep up these videos, I'll be seeing some fettuccine, creamy, cheesy, seafood loving, salmon, lobster tail, and shrimp fried up. Like, y'all, what are you doing to me? Y'all ever see that on y'all feed? Am I the only one? Wellness, you be on Instagram. Am I the only one, or do they do it to you too? Please do tell. I don't know if it's a plot and a ploy and a plan to get your girl to be like quicksand, deep diving in some seafood. Do they? What about you, Brooklyn? When you peruse on YouTube, like, do they show you a lot of stuff and seafood stuff? Cooking dishes? You tell me. While y'all gathering y'all answer. What today was quite interesting. So I I was on YouTube a little bit, and the Information Man show was airing the trial for, I think it was Kelly Porter or Kim Porter, and the Kyle somebody, I can't remember the name, but Kyle, she shot and killed him, and she thought she had a taser in her hand. She thought she had a taser in her hand. And the interesting part of these trials, when you get to see it like in real life, in real time, it's like for real. They gave the trial, the defendant, at least two breaks, a lunch break and then a break, because she was having a nervous breakdown. Can't tell you, I ain't on IG, but no, but I'm saying like when you're on YouTube, I must miss for real. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's no fair. They're plotting against me. Hey, the bargain effect. Hi, Tommy. How you doing? Good to see you. That's no fair. That's no fair. That's no fair. Look. Oh, y'all can't see that. Food. This is my IG, y'all. Food. IG. Food. 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 And y'all see it's all seafood, right? Oh, look at wellness. No sugar added challenge. I'm telling y'all, like this, my timeline be filled with nothing but seafood stuff. But now, like I'm scrolling through, and it looks like they got me seeing actual people. They got me seeing actual people. But it's like, look, food, bacon, something. Like, what are they doing to me? Joy, hey. Food. Oh, look, food. It's crazy. All right, that's it. Oh, no, more food. Like I don't get it. So 48, the 48 is here. Hey, the 48, how you doing? Good to see you. All they showing me is food. And I mean, this is nothing right now. This is nothing. That little piece right there was nothing. I swear I go like this and I see seafood, how to make, or some bacon or frying chicken, something. I'm like, wow, y'all got me hungry. Y'all got me hangry. Ooh, you got me hangry. But back to this trial, right? So I just found it very interesting that, she got two breaks, a lunch break and whatever. And they did, it was over today. The state didn't have any more questions. So I think the jury, they were only on trial for like maybe half the day or maybe one full day. It didn't drag along like 2, 3 weeks, nothing. And so I don't know. I hope there would be justice. My thing is, y'all, you did something wrong, even though it may have been an accident. Right? We all make mistakes. Sometimes we don't use the best judgments when we're like in the midst of like a crazy situation going on. So yeah, we all make mistakes. So let's just say she really did think she had a taser in her hand and she shot him. It shouldn't be a matter of, okay, I don't deserve to go to jail. It should be a matter of, I know I was wrong. I've been on a force for over 28 years. That was a critical error. I caused bodily harm to the people that I'm supposed to be protecting and serving, regardless of whether the guy was struggling or not. I'm still the professional. I've been trained to be a professional. And she also trained other rookie cops to be cops. So it's not like she was just a regular cop. She was a training cop, a training officer, right? So my thing is, you killed someone. I'm sorry, okay? You can say you're sorry all you want. But be on there and say, you know what? I know I deserve jail time, but can we not make it too long? I think I would be fair. I think that would be fair. I'd be cool with that. At least admit you're wrong. Your wrongdoing and pay the consequences for your wrongdoing. We all have to pay our consequences. Not some I'm free and then I'll just have to not be able to sleep for the rest of my life. It should be, all right, I was wrong. Let me do the jail time. Ooh, we have a member, a brand new member, and it's Ronin 215. Billy in the building, right? How you doing? Hey, Candy. Candy, how you doing? Good to see you. You fly 70 for real? That's so dope. Like, it's just like, speaking of food, I made a food for the day program. Ooh, that sounds good. The 48. But it's like, when have we become so cowardly? Because it's a coward move. We become so cowardly to know that we've done wrong, but still think that we should be forgiven and get off. The same way, I'm going to use this as an example. The same way a parent can abuse their kid, and I'm not saying physically necessarily, but just abuse them. You're not going to be nothing. You're stupid, da 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 da. And then when that kid surpasses the curses you put on their head all their life, and they turn out to be someone who's a millionaire, billionaire, gazillionaire, and then you turn around and say, well, I'm your mother, I'm your dad. Do the time. Watch them glow, and you have to stand in the shadow and be like, you know what? I did you wrong. Admit your fault. I did you wrong. So therefore, I don't deserve to have the honor that comes with your name. Until that child or that person can say, you know what? I forgive you for whatever you did to me in the past. Now you can welcome them back home into your fold. Take responsibility. Hold yourself accountable for the stuff that you do. Stop being a coward. Talking about some, well, I still birthed you. So what? You were a carrier. And you were lucky enough. And imagine if you would have sowed good seed from infancy all the way up until how much further they could be. And how much your relationship could have been better. That bond that no one could break. That's just an example. Or how about you steal something from the store? Well, I stole because it was an accident. It was an accident. It was only, but guess what? The owner of that store had to buy the products that you stole. So what? They're supposed to be the ones that pay for it? And it's just out of their pocket, out of their children's mouths, out of their mouth, out of their rent for the store, the building that you walk in and that you desecrated by stealing out of? Hold yourself accountable. What is the distance between our pride and our ego that clash together to make us look like clowns and weak? How about our friendships? Man, I used to know you way back in the day. Yeah, you wasn't really doing much back in the day. But then when they start to do good, yo, remember we grew up together? And when they say, I don't know you, oh yeah, I remember you used to clown me. Yeah, but we were kids. Hold yourself accountable. I apologize for how I treated you. My bad. I don't know what was going on in my head, but I'm thankful. I'm surprised and I'm happy that you're doing so well. How did you do it? And if they should feel the desire to respond back to you or talk back to you, then you've been forgiven. But hold yourself responsible. Not be like, well, we were kids. People have feelings as infants, childhood, adolescent, adulthood, teenage years. Everybody got feelings all throughout the course of their life. You think just because, oh, we were kids, it's okay? No, because when they were kids, it felt just as much as it would feel. It felt just as hurtful as much as it would feel as an adult today. So hold yourself accountable. And so that goes right back into this woman who was sitting there remorseful for what she did, but still was on a stand. I don't know if she was fighting for her freedom or not, but you don't deserve to have freedom when you take a life, when you know this, it's just like, y'all, it's just like someone who's a black belt. I had a friend who was a black belt. He got into a fight. As a black belt, he got arrested and put into jail because they said he became a lethal weapon because he has a black belt and he should know better because he could actually kill somebody. But the person he was fighting with started the fight. He knew that it was going to be a bad for him. He knew that. He wasn't even mad that he had to go to jail. He knew. Was it fair? No. But he knows the consequences of being a black belt. Just as much as this woman who was on the force for 28 years. Now, I may be wrong a little because I was in and out of the chat. Who was in the force for over a decade, training other officers how to be an officer, how to handle their guns, their weapons that can cause destruction, permanent destruction. And she don't feel the need that, oh, I deserve to do sometime. My feeling is this whole case should have been determining how much time she got. Not the fact that she should be free, but it's supposed to be how much time. Do I get 10 years, 14 years, 3 years, 4 years, 2 years probation? Because you still took someone's life. whether accidental or purposefully done, you still did it. And you have the ability to operate a lethal weapon, and you know how deadly that weapon can be. So, yes, she should be held accountable. So, I don't know, y'all. I don't know how this case is going to go, whether she's going to get any time or no time. But either way, may she remember you violated the oath that you took of protecting and serving. And if that meant nothing to you, I don't know what else to say. Hey, Braden Brand, how you doing? Good to see you. Shamrock Pixies in the building. How you doing? Good to see you. Ooh, we have a member. We have two members. And it's Life in Nicole Marie and Gary. How y'all doing? A truck driver was sentenced to 110 years for a fatal. Yes, and I was in somebody else's chat the other day where they were saying that because he was a truck driver, he knows better that his what he drives is a deadly weapon. So why is it okay for him to go to jail for 110 years? 110 years, even though it was an accident on his part. Accidents happen on roadways all the time. But 110 years? You put the man underneath the prison? Meanwhile, you have a woman who is trained to know the difference between a taser and a gun, a police officer for over a decade, knowing good well, gun here, taser there, or however they, put their weapons. Her body cam. The courts were showing the video and the audio of her body cam. She clearly had a gun in her hand. And she was yelling, taser, 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 gun. Taser, 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 but had a gun in her hand. Kim, how do you live with knowing that you who are responsible for protecting and serving, and I know a cop's job can be very challenging, and every situation that we don't see could hold its own anxieties and its own disruptions and its own disrespect and its own disregard for the law. I understand that. But how could you know you beaten full well know you're on trial after realizing that you had a gun in your hand that you don't feel like you deserve to do any time? That's my idea. That's my point. I don't know that woman's heart. We can all say and suggest whatever she was thinking, but I don't know her heart. So I can't judge her on that. But I can judge her for her actions. And she knows that after all this time, she still was wrong. Why you don't feel comfortable in saying, I was wrong, let me do the time? That's my feeling. Ooh, hey, you niggly lavish. Red flag all day on this right here. He missed the runway ramp, although wasn't intentional. They threw the book, table, and the chair at him. That's messed up. That's messed up. How do we judge someone so differently? Like, it always goes back to what I was saying a year ago. We need to change up the judicial system, and maybe some of those laws and those loopholes need to be tightened up. Those loose ends need to be tightened up and really have judgment fair for all, right? But I guess that wouldn't work for everyone. I guess really people don't feel comfortable in laying in their guilt. But at the end of the day, we're so capitalistic that as long as you have the right amount of dollar ducats, you can potentially get away with anything. Because that's what it is. When it boils down to it, it's all about money. It's all about that lawyer. How much you willing to pay for your freedom? Do you know that, I used to watch Jail a lot, and those stories, cops, jail, all that. And a lot of people are in um they're in the jailhouse, not prison. They're in jail awaiting their trial, and they can't make bail. And their bail sometimes is like $1,000 cash. And they can't make bail. That's how these people stay in jail for months on end, waiting for their court case to hear. And then after that, blows my mind. After that, right? Okay, let's break it down some more. Someone goes to jail, already doesn't have the money to have a lawyer or to get out or to bond out. Then they got to pay for their bed, room and board. Yes, they do. They still got to pay for their room and board. And the taxpayers pick up a lot of the other stuff. They do. Because I remember there was an episode where the guy was like, I don't have the money to pay for that. And you charging me for this bed that's not even comfortable. Yes, they got to pay for their bed, y'all. In the jail. So you can't bond out or bail yourself out. You got to pay for that, the meals you eat, and also your stay, phone calls, all that. And then when you get out, how are you going to, what's the first thing you're going to do? What a lot of them do, commit another crime so they can at least have a roof over their head. That's how a lot of them end up going back. I mean, like I said, I used to watch these programs in and out. It's what they said, not what I'm thinking. You too, Sharon Rock. Bye-bye. Money and who you're connected to. Ooh, I say burn all this nonsense down and start over from scratch. I seen it with my own eyes. I remember I was working at Walmart pushing them all. Of a sudden, I heard a boom. I turned around and this truck done hit the pole and done messed the whole side. Oh, then they have to pay restitution. Yes. And then you want them to be citizens and pay and have jobs. How are they going to get a job if they have a case on them? Because on the application is, have you ever been arrested for a crime? Are you a felon? Are you able to legally work? And most jobs, when they see that circle, they're not going to necessarily hire them. Because what's the connotation that comes with being in jail? That you're worthless, that you don't work hard, and that you are going to possibly cause a lot of trouble in the establishment that you're working on at. Meanwhile, somebody could have just been picked up for a traffic ticket. Too many parking tickets. We don't know everybody's case, and we don't know why people go to jail. Some may look more obvious than others, but we still don't know. So don't judge unless you hear the story for yourself. And then even then, I guess we can't really make good judgments because we don't know what was going on in their head at the time when they did whatever they did. But it doesn't negate the fact that we still do hold ourselves accountable, and we still should feel very convicted in doing whatever it is to compensate the wrongs that we've done, whether it be jail time or I don't know. That guy that's getting 110 years, that's so messed up. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's just so broken at this point. One minute you have a job and you're driving along doing your same routine. Next minute, you're in shackles and never getting out to see the day in life, never being able to drive and do your passion. And even if you were to get out, you might not even be able to drive anymore because you have a record. It's sad. And even if they luck up and get a job, it's even harder to find a place of your own to live. Yes. Again, celebrate the fact that you are partially free from those kinds of anxieties. So I try my best never to judge just because of what I've been told and what I see physically. There's always something else that's deeper or more deep. But for this cop back on her to sit there and not feel like she should do any time, it's behooved and beyond my comprehension. And to actually have a jury that's going to determine whether she should go to jail or drop or go free, that I don't understand. Where is the honor in that? Where is the honor? Shouldn't we have the idea and the want and the desire to be honorable and filled with integrity? Isn't that something innate? Absolutely. Or maybe we just allow pride and ego to shadow or overshadow the ability to want and have and desire to be filled with integrity and to be honest and noble. Basic stuff. I went and asked the driver if he was all right, and the driver said, "Yeah, I'm all right. I was paying attention to this lady." I don't really have nothing more to say about it, but we are all in control of our own selves. So when you do wrong, I challenge all of us not to try to take the easy way out, the free way out, and to really hold yourself accountable. You don't have to hold yourself accountable by like outing yourself publicly, but you can hold yourself accountable by never doing it again and showing some type of remorse, whichever way that may be. Be of noble character. That's a lot to ask because sometimes we do some things that's just like, well, if I were to admit my guilt, then I would be like the laughing stock. And that would mean I would have to apologize. Who wants to do that? I don't mind. I'd rather apologize and get that off of my chest than to pretend like I did nothing wrong and walk around and try to convince everyone else that I did nothing wrong when I know I did. You guys are beautiful and amazing. There is no mistake about you. Hold yourself at high regard with integrity. Be intentional about your intentions. Be beautiful. Be loving. And remember, when you operate in your purpose, not only you, but so many other people will be blessed because of you. I'm here every day. Please follow me on all social media platforms at btdllc. That's the acronym btdllc. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Twitter, all of them. I would appreciate it. A person wouldn't be blinded by another person's title. I appreciate you guys for being here and for spending a little bit of your soul with me. My desire is that everything good come your way. May you be filled with joy, happiness. May you have a career. May you have, look, whatever it is that you want. I don't know. I can't read your mind. I don't want to read your mind. I have too much on my own plate to deal with. But whatever it is, if it's going to help the community and also uplift your spirit, may you be blessed with it. My name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, and I am signing out on another episode of Hello World.